Hello fellow book nerds, this is Gabby and today we're talking about Our Violent Ends. Welcome to another video. Today we are talking about Chloe Gong's sequel to Our Violent Delights that just came out this month. And I'm very excited because I've never talked about a sequel before, so I'm excited but cautiously optimistic. I don't know what to talk about. I feel like with my normal reviews, I have things I know I want to touch upon and we have a nice chat and it's all good. But with this one, I'm a bit I don't know. I guess we're gonna see where it goes. I'm assuming you know what Our Violent Delights is if you're watching this video, but just for a little bit of context, it's a 1920s retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in Shanghai. So in this book we have two warring gangs, Scarlet Gang and White Flowers, and Scarlet Gang heir Juliet Kai falls in love with White Flower heir Rama Montegov. And a feud, blood feud. It's all set against the backdrop of nationalists and communists coming to power and ousting British rule in China, and it's all very, very fascinating. I have a full review for the first book if you wanted to check it out. I rewatched it today and actually I feel like I had some interesting points, so if you want to check it out, do so. I'm gonna link it up above. But that video was kind of special to me because it was only, I think, the second dedicated review I made, and it did so well and really encouraged me to keep going, talk about specific books. Even if everyone says that reviews do terribly, it's always my best performing videos. I always have loads of fun and I just love talking about new releases. I just think it's really, really cool to pick up a really, a brand new book. Reading a backlist is also really good, but there's so many interesting, diverse, just fun books coming out that I just want to talk about all the time. So here we are talking about it. So I thought to celebrate, I would review the sequel, which I never do, so I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. So I felt like, because I did a review for the first book, so you kind of know I really, really enjoyed the book. I gave it, I think, 4.5 of 5 stars. I thought it was very well paced, really interesting take on the story. It had very, very interesting beats, and the setting was amazing. Themes explored were really cool. Writing style was good, so all of that was there. So I thought, okay, well, this book, the writing's still good, the character's still good, what do I talk about? So I thought, what makes a good finale? Because this series is only a duology, so this was the end of Roma and Juliet. So I thought, what makes a good finale? It gives you closure, it stays true to the story and characters, and it's exciting and stuff. So that's what a good sequel does, and I really do think that Our Violent Ends really lives up to that. I have heard some criticism. I didn't watch any actual reviews because I didn't want to be spoiled, but I saw some things on TikTok which is just book 2 is kind of book 1, just roles reversed, and then the author did a TikTok almost that is the whole point. And that's definitely the case, and it's definitely the point. There is a bit of I guess you could call a rehashing of the first book, but I really don't think so. I think there was enough fresh elements, new plot points, and a new backdrop, kind of, and just escalation of the problems that really make it a really, really, really good finale. I really don't know if I've heard there might be negative reviews. I've not seen them, but if there are, I really disagree. I think this book was just such an amazing escalation of the first book and brought their story to an end beautifully. It was tragic, it was sad, but it's based on Romeo and Juliet. It's a tragedy, and I think those elements were woven very well. And something that I enjoyed in the first book and I enjoy in this book is how the author took elements from the play, the original story, and woven it together, but also gave it enough fresh takes, so you still surprised, but you saw all of those really good elements and you could be like, I recognize that story, but enough to be fresh. I still love the characters. I think there was a bit of a shift in Roma's character because of what happened at the end of the first book, but I think that's perfectly reasonable, and in the end he kind of became the character we love, and it just all made sense, and there was so much heartbreak in this story that I really, really, really felt for the characters. The pacing was absolutely out of this world. It was very, very, very fast, but also like exciting, like something that's happening. We had those quieter moments to reconnect with the characters, and I really, really enjoy that. I need some time to like chill with the characters and be like, you know, a lovey-dovey with them, because that's what I need. But there was a lot happening, and I found the backdrop of the beginning of the Civil War and the uprising of workers just so exciting and fascinating, and seeing it, you know, like in this fictionalized story, but in a way that was super organic, very interesting. I had my heart pounding. I couldn't stop reading. I was so tired, but I just needed to finish. And I really love how Romeo and Juliet, how that story was inserted there and how it worked with the historical concept. There was a lot happening in this book. At some point I was kind of like unsure where we were going with some of it, because it felt like a big plot point from the first book, and this and what set up book 2 and was like a big deal kind of fell in the wayside, and I was like, is this even gonna come back? Why did we need it? Like, it felt like it wasn't needed, but in the end I appreciate what it did. I appreciate its place in the story, and I appreciate how it all played together. So I think it was necessary. I wouldn't take out anything of the book. I do think it was pretty chunky. It was over 500 pages, but it all was needed. There was a point where I thought there was going to be book 3 or something, even though I knew it was duology, because it felt like it was not wrapping up. But in the end, I liked how it wrapped up. Yeah, I guess that's it that I wanted to say. I just wanted to say, for me, Our Violent Ends gives a A+. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I found it very fast-paced, fascinating, diverse, interesting, heartbreaking, hopeful, really, really good sequel. I'm very excited to see what the author comes up with next. I know she's writing a retelling of Cleopatra and Marc Antonio, is it? Oh my god, I am so excited. Cleopatra is such a cool historical figure, and I'm sure the author is gonna do it justice. So I'm super excited for that one. But yeah, Our Violent Ends, I think it was a very great sequel. I don't know, let me know if you agree. This was a very cute, fast video, because I don't want to rehash everything I said about book 1, which still stands true for this book. I do think that it was a good thing it was a duology. They had to do a lot of work there, because when reading the first book I thought it was a standalone, but it's not. So yeah, let me know, what did you think about Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. I really loved it, and I hope that you pick it up and give it a chance and support the author and check out their next book when it does come out. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you comment, like, and subscribe, I'd really, really appreciate it. It really helps me out. But that's it from me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!